We'll get started with Ben Bolch from the LA Times.
Hey, Dorian, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, I know you know that your first career start of the Rose Bowl was against Fresno State. What do you remember from that day in that game? And are you the type of person that, looks back at that and uses motivation from that?
Yeah. I really don't remember the game as much. I've watched film from that game probably over the summer. But I'm moving on to this season and focusing on the guys that they have now. Obviously, just going back from what I remember a little bit, I didn't play well that game. I think as a team, we didn't play well that game. But it's a new team, it's a new season, so we're excited for the task at hand for sure.
Obviously, the teams are very different. Everything about this game is going to be different. But do you think, in a way, maybe that game got some of the older guys' attention about Fresno State, and you guys know the challenge that they're going to present now?
No, yeah, definitely. Fresno's a really good team, well-coached team, very disciplined, and so we know what's coming in, and so we're going to prepare as such and take it day by day as we always do.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Tony Siracusa from Last Word.
Hey, Dorian.
What's going on?
Hey, so last week, Chip called it Improvement Week. What is it that you worked on to improve for yourself?
Again, just really staying focused, making sure the guys are locked in, really into my assignment, my technique, and really focusing on being a better quarterback like I've always been trying to do. So, just focusing on being a better leader and a better quarterback, and keeping the main goal still. So.
Fresno State showed a really good defense 2 weeks ago when they played Oregon. What have you seen from the game film that you've watched so far that impresses you?
Yeah, like we said, a really good team, well-coached team. They got some guys out there. Kaz knows them really well, and he's spoken very highly of them. They got our guy E. Gates over there that transferred over there. So we know they got some playmakers, and we're gonna have to prepare as such and take it day by day still too.
All right, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
Go to Sam Connon from SI.
Hey, Dorian, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Going pretty well. So I guess, what do you think your potential is with kind of like your big play potential? Because the first couple of weeks, you maybe haven't got that many attempts off, but you've got a lot of yards, a lot of big touchdowns. How much value do you put into that?
Not too much. I think the biggest value comes in winning the game, and making sure that I get the ball in the right hands and then into the right guys' hands, which I think I've done a pretty good job of so far in these first 2 weeks. But again, still improving. There's a lot of mistakes being made the first 2 weeks that we are working to clean up still. And so, just keeping the main thing and working on it every day. I think that's the biggest thing right now. So.
Nice. And then Sam Razzo, we've seen him come back a little bit more over the past couple of weeks in practice. What does he kind of bring to the offensive line, and what is it like having him kind of getting more snaps, getting integrated a little more?
Yeah, Sam's bringing more knowledge. He's seen all the looks. He's still been in meetings and all that stuff on his time off and rehabbing and stuff. So, I think it brings a comfortability level too, which John. Even though he was a center, he wants to play guard and all that stuff too. So I think now getting John back in his spot and Sam where he wants to be is perfect. So.
Let's go to James Williams from SoCal News Group.
Hey, Dorian, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm just talking about John for a second. I think that was one of the things Coach Kelly brought up last week. I believe you guys had a few snaps that went past you. How do you guys go about trying to clean some of that stuff up?
Just communicating and working on it on the sideline or while we're out here at practice too. Nobody's going to be perfect. I didn't throw every pass very accurately either. So, there's always some things you can work on and stuff like that. So, it's just about getting more reps and everything at it. So,
Awesome. Thank you.
yep.
Go back to Ben.
I wanted to ask about two teammates, Kaz Allen, who we're getting ready to talk to today. What's it like having him? He's so versatile. We saw him get a couple of running plays right after that big catch against LSU. What's it like to have him, and what does he bring to this offense?
Yeah, like you said, versatile is definitely the word to use. I don't even know what to classify him as, if he's a running back or a receiver or H-back or whatever it may be. So, definitely being able to put him all over the field, get some mismatches going, and, getting him in the right situation and getting the ball in his hands and letting him do the rest. So.
And then the other guy I wanted to ask about was Mitchell Goudie. He's so disruptive. I believe he's already UCLA's all-time leader in forced fumbles, which is just amazing considering he's only been here a handful of games. Is he like that in practice? I mean, what makes him so disruptive in getting in the backfield?
No, yeah, definitely. And I spoke with him at Pac-12 Media Day, and everybody was talking about Kayvon Thibodeau over at Oregon, but I think we got one just as special over here at UCLA. So, Mitch is definitely a freak of nature. I have to go against him every day at practice and stuff, so I definitely know firsthand. So, but no, Mitch is going to be a good player.
Does he take it easy on you in practice just because you got to keep hands off?
Oh yeah, definitely. He pulls up a lot. So. Yeah.
All right. Any last questions here for Dorian? Okay. Thanks for your time, Dorian.
Thank you.
We'll have Kazmeir Allen coming up next.
How are you guys?
We'll open it up to questions for Kazmeir Allen. We'll get started with Ben Bolch from the LA Times.
Hey, Kazmeir, how are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. So we saw some of the multiple ways in which you can be used against LSU, had a big catch and then ran the next couple of plays out of the backfield carrying the ball. How would you kind of describe your role? How do you like what do you enjoy doing the most and with this transition receiver and also moving in and out of the backfield carrying the ball?
I don't really have a problem carrying the ball or running the ball. I just like the ball in my hands. And I can catch very well. I can run the ball very well. So just as long as the ball is in my hand, I'm good.
How when you're at receiver, how do you think that helps you get the ball in space more, maybe a little bit more?
Definitely. At running back, you kind of got to rely on others. You know what I mean? At receiver, it's basically a one-on-one. So I mean, it's just how you come about it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Let's go to Tony Siracusa from Last Word.
Hey, Kaz. All right, so coming from Tulare, and I know the area well because I used to live up there.
Okay.
You got that close relationship with the whole Fresno area and Fresno State, and they love their Bulldogs up there. What do you expect to see coming down here from the fans, the numbers? I mean, it's a pretty devoted crowd.
Yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot of Fresno fans there. Very loyal program. Would you say about Fresno? What I expect about them?
Yeah, no, I was just asking like what kind of crowd response you expect from
Oh,
the folks
yeah.
in Fresno.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of energy there for sure.
Now, you probably know some of the guys up there, on the Fresno State team. What's your preparation been like this week, knowing what you're facing?
I've played friends before. I've talked to a few of them last week. It's all been jokes, but at the same time, we're trying to win. So I mean, it is what it is.
Great, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Let's follow that up with a question from ABC Fresno.
Hey there, Kaz. Yeah, here in Fresno, we definitely want to kind of check in with your mentality going into the game. They mentioned previous teammates, Amari Edwards, someone you played with at Tulare Union. Have you specifically had any conversations with him?
Yeah, I talk to Imari every few days. Not even just this week. That's really my brother. So I know another one from Tulare, LJ Early. He's there. I know a lot of guys from Fresno.
And you played against Fresno State. I think it was your freshman year. What was that whole experience like? And do you think this will be any different?
Of course, it's gonna be different. I think our freshman year it was just very raw. Everything was very new. But again, Fresno State is a good team, but we're good as well. So it's gonna be a good game.
And I know that the ties to Fresno State kind of go into your family too. I think your uncle played for Coach Sweeney here at Fresno State. So is it kind of a household divided, Fresno State, UCLA, or what's that going to be like for your family?
Nah, my household is UCLA. As long as I'm here, yeah, UCLA.
There we go. All right, appreciate it.
Yep.
Let's go to Sam Connon from SI.
Hey, Kazmeir, how's it going?
How you doing? I'm doing good.
Good, thanks. So you're talking about teammates you play with in high school and growing up in the Fresno area and everything, but you also have Elijah Gates on the other side now at Fresno State. Is that someone you talk to and lining up at receiver and he's in their defensive backfield? What do you expect out of him going one-on-one with him at all?
E. Gates is a good person. He's a good player as well too. I didn't really go up against Elijah Gates whenever I was here. I was at running back, so it's gonna be a good matchup. You know, he's a good player, but you know.
And then you talk about liking having the ball in your hands. Past couple of years, whether it's missing time or you just don't have a ton of snaps or a ton of touches, you'll have one game with a lot and then the next game off. But this year, it really seems like you're out there a lot more involved in the offense. How does that feel, knowing that this senior year, just being here for so long with the program, getting to be able to be a consistent contributor on offense? Yeah, man, it's about time. I had COVID last year and then had a red shirt the year before. But yeah, man, I just like the ball in my hands, you know. If it's a lot of times, a little bit, just like make a lot of opportunity of what I get. So thanks. Yes, sir.
Let's go back to Ben.
You mentioned having COVID last year. Can you kind of take us through that? I mean, I know that you missed time with contact tracing. Did you get it as a result of that experience while you were in contact tracing, or what happened?
I got contact traced, I believe, after our first game. So I had to miss those two. And I think I got it when I went back home. I'm not sure how I got it because none of my family members got it. But it basically wiped out the whole year because we only had about 6 games.
Did you have any symptoms? How hard was it to have it?
Oh, yeah, it hit me hard. Man, I probably lost like 10 pounds. I had headaches, body aches. We had the game. We played Stanford the week I got out, and I physically couldn't even go out there. I was just always tired, and I had to get my weight back up. It was a lot.
When did you finally get over that?
It took me about 2 weeks. You know, I still, not still, but I had lost my taste for like a month and a half, my smell and taste. So I didn't have COVID anymore, but I still couldn't smell, taste. So that was bad.
And would you say you're fully recovered? I know that they do like exams to make sure like there are no long-term effects or anything.
Oh yeah, I'm good now for sure.
Did you feel like that experience? Did you kind of grow through that experience at all?
Definitely. I feel like the past 2 years, you know, since I couldn't play football, it's helped me develop as a player, and learning the game more and appreciating it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, and let's just go back to Sam for our last question here. Oh, Sam, did you have one?
No, sorry, I just let my hand up. My bad.
All right. Any final questions here for Kaz? Great. We'll let him go. Thanks for your time, Kaz.
Okay, appreciate you.